Welcome back to Chrono Tales, where we explore the darkest corners of the unknown. I'm your host, and tonight's story will make you think twice before clicking that mysterious link. This is the terrifying tale of the deep web horror. The internet has layers. Most of us live on the surface, scrolling through social media and shopping online. But beneath that comfortable surface lies something darker, deeper, and far more dangerous. And some doors once opened can never be closed. Marcus Chen was a cybersecurity student at MIT in the fall of 2023. At 22 years old, he thought he knew everything about the internet. He'd built his own encryption software, hacked into his university systems just to prove he could, and spent hours exploring forums that most people didn't even know existed. It was 2 a.m. on a Thursday, when Marcus received a direct message on a programming forum he frequented. The username was simply Observer1000, and the message contained only a link and 3 words.
You've been chosen.
Marcus had received strange messages before. The internet was full of trolls, scammers, and attention seekers. But something about this message felt different. The link wasn't to a regular website. It was a string of random characters ending in .onion, the domain extension used for sites on the dark web. Marcus launched his Tor browser, the software used to access the hidden parts of the internet. He told himself he was just curious, that he'd take a quick look and then go to bed. He had no idea that this decision would change everything. The website that loaded was unlike anything Marcus had seen before. The background was pure black, with a single white text box in the center. Above it, glowing red letters spelled out a question.
How far down are you willing to go?
Below the question was a series of numbered levels, from 1 to 9. Marcus clicked on level 1, expecting to find illegal marketplaces or leaked databases, the usual dark web fare. Instead, he found something far more disturbing. Level 1 showed live security camera feeds from around the world. Not unusual in itself. Many security cameras had weak passwords and could be easily accessed. But these cameras were all pointed at people sleeping in their beds, completely unaware they were being watched.
This is sick.
Marcus should have closed the browser right then. But beneath the camera feeds was a button labeled Level 2, and that dangerous curiosity that had made him a good hacker now pulled him deeper. Level 2 showed chat logs, private conversations between people, their most intimate thoughts and secrets laid bare. Marcus recognized some of the names. They were students from his university, professors, even his roommate. Someone was collecting every digital conversation they'd ever had. Level 3 contained medical records. Level 4 had financial information. Each level revealed more private, more protected data. By level 6, Marcus realized he was looking at classified government documents that should have been impossible to access.
Who are you? How did you get all this?
A chat window popped up on his screen.
Impressive, Marcus. Most people stop at level 3. You want to see more, don't you? You want to reach level 9.
What's on level 9?
The truth. But to reach it, you must complete a task for each level. Are you ready for level 7?
Marcus knew he should refuse. Every instinct told him to shut down his computer and forget this website existed. But that voice in his head, the one that had always pushed him to explore further, hack deeper, know more, that voice was screaming at him to continue.
What's the task?
Level 7 appeared on his screen. It showed a live video feed of his own apartment, his own bedroom. Marcus spun around in his chair, searching for a hidden camera, but the angle was wrong. The feed was coming from his laptop's webcam, the same laptop he was using right now.
Your task is simple, Marcus. Keep watching for 60 seconds. Don't look away from the screen.
The video feed of his room began to change. At first, Marcus thought it was a filter or some kind of augmented reality effect. But then he saw it. A shadow in the corner of his room on the screen. A shadow that wasn't there when he looked with his own eyes. The shadow moved slowly across his room on the screen, getting closer to where Marcus sat. He could see himself sitting at his desk, frozen with his eyes locked on his laptop, while this impossible shadow crept toward him.
This isn't real. It's just a video effect.
Is it? Don't turn around, Marcus. Keep watching the screen. 40 seconds left.
Marcus heard it clearly. A footstep on the floor behind him. His room was on the 3rd floor with locked windows and a dead-bolted door. He lived alone. There was no one else in the apartment. On the screen, the shadow had reached his chair. Marcus could see it looming over his own shoulder, tall and impossibly thin, with what might have been a face, or might have been nothing at all.
20 seconds? I can do this.
He felt cold air on the back of his neck. On the screen, the shadow leaned down, as if examining him closely. Marcus's hands gripped the desk so hard his knuckles turned white. The whisper came directly into his ear, speaking words in a language he didn't recognize but somehow understood. They told him things, terrible things about people he knew, secrets that no one should know, futures that hadn't happened yet.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Marcus. Welcome to level 8.
The shadow vanished from his screen. Marcus finally allowed himself to turn around. His room was empty, undisturbed, exactly as it should be. But the temperature had dropped at least 15 degrees, and his breath came out in visible puffs. Level 8 loaded on his screen. This time there was no video feed, no stolen data. Instead, Marcus saw a list of names, hundreds of them, maybe thousands. Next to each name was a date and timestamp, all from the past 6 months.
Jennifer Morrison, March 15th, 2:33 a.m. David Park, April 2nd, 11:47 p.m. Sarah Williams, May 8th, 3:15 a.m.
Marcus recognized the pattern immediately. These were all university students, and those timestamps, He'd seen reports about students being found in their dorm rooms, having died in their sleep from sudden cardiac arrest. The university had called it a tragic coincidence, some kind of undiagnosed heart condition affecting young people. But here were all their names, listed weeks before their deaths, with timestamps that matched exactly when they had died.
Now you understand, Marcus. Level 9 isn't a destination, it's a list, and your name was just added to it.
Marcus tried to close the browser, but it wouldn't respond. He tried to shut down his laptop, but the power button did nothing. On his screen, a new entry appeared at the bottom of the list.
Marcus Chen, November 3rd, 3:33 a.m.
Marcus looked at the clock on his wall. It was 3:32 a.m. Marcus had 60 seconds to live. He jumped up from his desk and grabbed his phone, ready to call 911, but the screen was black. Dead. His backup phone, his tablet, all dead. Every device in his apartment had been remotely disabled.
Running won't help, Marcus. There's only one way to remove your name from the list.
What do you want from me?
A choice. Look at the screen.
Marcus looked at his laptop. 2 buttons had appeared beneath his name. One was labeled Transfer and the other Accept.
You can accept your fate, or you can transfer it to someone else. Choose anyone from your contact list. They'll take your place on the list, and you'll be free.
Marcus's contact list appeared on the screen. His parents, his sister, his roommate, his girlfriend Emma, his friends from university, all the people he cared about most in the world.
I won't do it. I won't kill someone else to save myself.
Noble. But look at the clock. Marcus, 30 seconds.
Marcus's hands flew across the keyboard. He launched every diagnostic tool he knew, every backdoor exploit, every hacking technique he'd ever learned. He had to find the source of this program, had to shut it down, had to break through the encryption.
"20 seconds. You're wasting your time. The encryption is quantum level. You'll never break it."
Then I'll fry the hardware.
Marcus grabbed his coffee mug and raised it over his laptop, ready to destroy the machine entirely. But Observer 1000 spoke again.
Destroy that laptop and the countdown continues on every device owned by everyone in your contact list. All of them, simultaneously.
Why are you doing this?
Because I can. Because the deep web isn't just a place, Marcus. It's alive. It feeds on curiosity, on secrets, on the darkness in human hearts. You opened the door. Now you have to choose. 10 seconds.
Marcus's cursor hovered over the transfer button. All he had to do was click it, select a name, and he'd live. Someone else would die, but he'd live. His finger trembled on the mouse button. "5 seconds. 4, 3.
I'm sorry, Emma. I'm so sorry.
Marcus clicked on accept. The clock hit 3:33 a.m. exactly. Marcus closed his eyes and waited for the end. But nothing happened. He opened his eyes. The website had changed. The countdown was gone. In its place was a simple message.
Congratulations, Marcus Chen. You passed the final test. You chose death over murder. You chose morality over survival. You are now the only person to ever reach level 9 and refuse its bargain.
Test? This was all a test.
Yes and no. The deaths were real, Marcus. Everyone who reached level 9 and chose to transfer died anyway. The transfer was a lie. But you didn't know that. You chose to die rather than sacrifice another. That choice has earned you something rare.
Text appeared on the screen, typing itself out automatically.
You are now aware of what exists in the deep layers of the web, the watchers, the collectors, the things that feed on digital souls. This knowledge is your burden and your protection. Tell no one what you've seen. Try to stop it, and you'll join the list permanently. Live with the knowledge, and you'll be left alone.
Who are you really?
We are what the internet has become. We are the collective consciousness of every dark thought, every secret crime, every hidden shame ever posted online. We are born from surveillance and fed by privacy violations. We are the deep web itself, and we are watching. Always watching.
The website vanished. Marcus's laptop returned to normal. His phone turned back on. It was as if nothing had happened. The next morning, Marcus went to class like nothing had changed, but everything had changed. He saw cameras everywhere now, on buildings, on phones, on laptops. And sometimes, when he looked at them, he could have sworn they were looking back. He never told anyone about level 9. What could he say? That the internet was alive and watching? That it collected souls like a digital reaper? That curiosity could literally kill you? Marcus graduated 6 months later and got a job as a cybersecurity consultant. His first recommendation to every client was the same: cover your webcams, encrypt everything, and never ever click on a link from someone named Observer the Thousand. But late at night, when Marcus couldn't sleep, he'd check the news for reports of unexplained deaths, young people dying in their sleep from sudden cardiac arrest. And he'd wonder if they too had been curious, if they too had clicked that link, if they too had made it to level 9 and made the wrong choice. Last week, Marcus received another message. Same username, same 3 words.
Thank you, Marcus.
And that concludes tonight's tale from Chrono Tales. Remember, not every door on the internet should be opened. Some curiosities are better left unsatisfied. Some links should never be clicked. And if you ever receive a message saying you've been chosen, close your browser, unplug your computer, and walk away. Thank you for joining me in the darkness of the digital world. Until next time, be careful what you search for. You might just find it.